Why you avoid people more as you age and feel happier about it. 5. Psychological reasons explained. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this valuable video. Sharing it on your social media helps others discover these insightful psychological reasons. As we age, many of us find ourselves avoiding social interactions more and feeling happier about it. This shift is rooted in deeper psychological changes that come with experience and self-awareness. Over time, we become more selective about where we invest our time and energy, preferring meaningful connections over superficial ones. In this video, we'll dive into 5 psychological reasons why distancing from people can lead to greater happiness and well-being. Stay tuned for an enlightening discussion. Number 1. Increased self-awareness. As we age, our sense of self becomes clearer, and we begin to understand what truly matters to us. Increased self-awareness is a natural part of this process, helping us prioritize our own needs, desires, and well-being. In earlier stages of life, we often feel compelled to maintain various social relationships, sometimes out of a sense of obligation or the desire to fit in. However, with age, we gain the insight to recognize which relationships are genuinely fulfilling and which ones are emotionally draining. We start to value our time and energy more, understanding that it's not worth investing in interactions that don't contribute positively to our lives. This shift allows us to become more selective in our social engagements. We learn the power of saying no to obligations that don't align with our personal values or goals, freeing up space for the people and activities that truly enrich our lives. This enhanced self-awareness contributes to a sense of peace and happiness. We no longer feel the need to prove ourselves to others or seek external validation. Instead, we can focus on relationships that nurture us, leading to a more fulfilling and balanced life, where solitude and meaningful connections are valued over sheer social quantity. Number 2. Value of quality over quantity. As we grow older, we often begin to see the value in quality over quantity, especially when it comes to relationships. In our younger years, there is often an emphasis on building a large social circle, making connections with as many people as possible, and participating in numerous social events. However, as we age and gain more life experience, we come to understand that true happiness isn't derived from the sheer number of people we know or the frequency of social interactions, but from the depth and authenticity of those relationships. Older adults tend to prioritize meaningful connections that offer emotional support, understanding, and mutual respect. Rather than investing time and energy in maintaining a broad network of casual acquaintances, they focus on cultivating deeper bonds with a smaller group of people who truly add value to their lives. These relationships provide a sense of security, belonging, and emotional fulfillment, contributing to overall well-being. Additionally, having fewer but more meaningful connections allows for better quality of interactions. The conversations are more enriching, and the support offered is more sincere. As we age, the desire for superficial interactions diminishes, and the emphasis shifts toward building a smaller circle of relationships that provide genuine emotional fulfillment. Number 3. Less need for social validation. As we age, one of the most liberating changes is the decreased need for social validation. In earlier stages of life, many of us are driven by a desire to gain approval from others, whether it's through appearances, achievements, or social status. This need for validation can push us to engage in social settings, even when we may not feel like it, in order to impress or conform to societal expectations. However, as we grow older and accumulate life experiences, we become more comfortable in our own skin. We develop a clearer sense of identity and realize that we don't need to constantly seek approval from others to feel good about ourselves. This shift in perspective allows us to let go of the pressure to fit into certain social molds or meet external expectations. We learn to embrace who we truly are, without the need for validation from others. As a result, we become less compelled to engage in social situations that once felt obligatory or draining. Instead, we prioritize our own needs and desires, finding joy in solitude or in the company of those who truly resonate with us. This newfound freedom to be ourselves without the need for approval enhances our happiness and well-being. Number 4, better emotional regulation. As we age, we naturally develop better emotional regulation, which plays a crucial role in our ability to handle life's challenges. With experience, older individuals learn healthier coping mechanisms and emotional resilience that allow them to manage stress more effectively. This growth in emotional maturity helps us respond to difficult situations with more composure and less reactivity. As a result, we become less overwhelmed by the emotional ups and downs that once might have triggered anxiety, frustration, or distress. Older adults often develop a stronger sense of inner calm, knowing how to process and deal with emotions in a healthier way. They also become better at recognizing their emotional triggers and taking steps to avoid situations that may be emotionally taxing. For example, social interactions that involve difficult or toxic people are less likely to affect them in the same way they did in earlier years. Instead of engaging in confrontations or trying to fix challenging relationships, they may choose to distance themselves from these individuals, opting instead for a more peaceful and serene environment. This ability to regulate emotions effectively contributes to greater well-being. By avoiding unnecessary stress and focusing on positive, supportive interactions, older adults can enjoy a more balanced, emotionally fulfilling life. Number 5, decreased tolerance for toxicity. As we mature, our ability to discern the energy around us sharpens. With age comes a greater awareness of how certain people and situations impact our emotional and mental well-being. Over time, we become less willing to tolerate toxic or draining individuals, recognizing that these relationships or environments only contribute to stress and negativity. The experience of navigating various life challenges teaches us the importance of protecting our emotional health, and we learn that it's okay to set boundaries and walk away from situations that no longer serve us. Older adults tend to prioritize their peace of mind, and part of this involves distancing themselves from negativity. Whether it's a toxic friendship, a stressful work environment, or emotionally draining family dynamics, we begin to see the value in stepping back and avoiding unnecessary conflict. This decision to limit exposure to harmful energies not only helps reduce stress, but also enhances emotional resilience. Choosing to surround ourselves with people who uplift and support us while avoiding negativity fosters a healthier and more balanced mindset. By letting go of toxic relationships, we open space for more positive, nurturing connections that contribute to our overall well-being. As a result, we experience improved mental and emotional health, leading to a happier, more peaceful life. Conclusion. In conclusion, as we age, our understanding of ourselves and our needs deepens, leading to greater emotional well-being. The increased self-awareness, focus on quality over quantity in relationships, reduced need for social validation, better emotional regulation, and decreased tolerance for toxicity all contribute to a happier, more peaceful life. By learning to prioritize meaningful connections, set boundaries, and embrace solitude when needed, we find greater fulfillment. Ultimately, these psychological shifts allow us to enjoy a life with less stress, more inner peace, and stronger, more authentic relationships.